Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of Sharing a Groove. For this episode, I'm going to recap the music events and some other things that have gone on with myself and a lot of people around me over the last 7 days, and also do a breakdown of things that are upcoming that we're all looking forward to. To start this out, as things are heating up here in Utah, literally, the average temperature over the past 6 days has been well over 80 degrees. This is in addition to the lack of winter that we've had all year. Many of our ski resorts are now closing in March or have closed already, which is just absolutely insanity. But also, things are really starting to heat up on the music front as the weekly and weekend events are becoming more and more and more. So to start, last Thursday, a group of our friends headed to St. Augustine, Florida for the Widespread Panic shows. These shows occurring on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. This was a trip that I was really hoping that I was going to be able to go on, but as my bank account, and I think a lot of other people's bank accounts often say, you can't do all the things. So had to sit this one out, but was able to get some awesome pictures from our friends that attended, and as you can see, things looked great. In addition to going down there, they also got a nice surprise as Yarn had scheduled a show at the Cafe 11 in St. Augustine. This obviously is part of Yarn's spring concert tour that is going through Florida right now, and the fact that Andy Thomas is currently in his album release, this album being produced by Dave Schools of Widespread Panic. And as you can see from the pictures, and I got a lot of phone calls, and also want to thank Danny Balfour for sending me the taped recording of the show. It looked and sounded amazing. I also later found out that the show sold out. So nice job to all the Yarn fans, in addition to the band, to get a lot of their shows on this tour actually sold out. While I wasn't able to make it to the St. Augustine shows, we had our own fun last Thursday as Natalie, Eric, Katie, Hippie kicked off their first edition of the Pink Pony Club Thursday night. I guess you could call it a supper club, a giggle club. I'm not sure. I attend every week, though I have not been deemed a member. Don't know if I really care to be, but it is fun to go hang out with everyone. I was tagged to cook some ribs. Here's some pictures of the ribs on the Traeger, and I will say they did not disappoint. But it's always fun. Get together, conversations around of a lot what is upcoming with music, both local and out of state, along with discussing a lot of the upcoming camping trips that we've got on the docket for the summer. Once again, the ribs were awesome. While we were there, our new friend Carrie mentioned that we should check out Clay Street Unit on Friday night at Urban Lounge. When she brought that up, I was like, wait a minute, I've heard of these guys recently. And it dawned on me that they are set to play with Yarn on April 25th at the Outpost New River Gorge in Fayetteville, West Virginia. And I was like, oh, okay, that's where I remember seeing them. And then also, it dawned on me that they are on the docket to be playing at the Rooster Walk Festival coming up over Memorial Day weekend, which I will be attending my second ever Rooster Walk and cannot wait for that. Looking forward to seeing those guys there. So Natalie and I and Eric ended up meeting up with Carrie on Friday to go down and see Clay Street Unit at the Urban Lounge, and I want to say this show did not disappoint. These guys were awesome. Some awesome originals that they had in their set, along with some great covers like Seminole Wind from John Anderson and Drove Old Dixie Down. After the show, I was able to connect with many of the band members to talk about their upcoming gig with Yarn, some past experience of them working with Yarn, and also talking about reuniting with them at Rooster Walk. And I'm excited to see them. They said they were excited to see some West Coast folk, because these guys were actually out of Colorado, to see them at Rooster Walk. So here's some brief clips, to see what we were able to experience last Friday night. Saturday, I had full intentions of going to see Triggers and Slips at the Hog Wallow. But another engagement in attending the Utah Wild Sheep Foundation banquet ended up going longer than expected, and I wasn't able to make it. But on a good note, I ended up winning a brand new rifle at the at this foundation event, so that's good news. But we ended up hearing from Mark Hoffman, And he definitely let us know that we missed another amazing show from Joey, Nate, John, Greg, and Morgan. The guys at Triggers and Slips are absolutely hitting on all cylinders. And it's been a little bit since I've seen one of their shows, and definitely going to make sure that I can get out there and see them soon. Also, mentioning Morgan, he has an ongoing song writers that he's doing at Bobby Jr.'s on Sundays. It's been a few weeks since I've gone, but definitely this week I want to end my week by going down there, hearing some great music from him and other of our Utah songwriters. Some that I've heard before, and many times I've come across one I've never heard also. Besides the weekend of music events and other happenings, I was able to get some golf in with my boys and also with some friends. Got a couple of rounds in, one on Saturday, one on Sunday. I mean, what else are you going to do when it is 80 degrees in March in Salt Lake City? And skiing is really out of the question. Might as well get out and hit the sticks. So, what's coming up? A lot. Things are heating up. First, I see our good friend Sweet Dave here in Utah made a last-minute trip for Key West, Florida to meet up with Bob and June Petty and a lot of other Yarn fans, as Yarn is on their spring tour schedule and currently going through Florida. And last night, Wednesday, and tonight, Thursday, they are playing shows at the Green Parrot. One of these days, I'll make it down to Key West. Hopefully, I make it down there when Yarn does their Florida shows. But once again, that bank account, got to get the coffers back up and going. For tonight, Thursday, Stuntman Mike has been talking up Eddie 9V for months now. So he went as far as buying Natalie and I a ticket, and we are looking forward to seeing them tonight at the... I have been listening to them a lot recently, and after listening to them, I'm really looking forward to the show, and we'll give you a report after. If the show gets done in enough time, I'm hoping to make it over to the Hog Wallow, as this is tonight is the monthly Country Ramble. This is something that Morgan Snow also puts on. It's typically put on by Triggers and Slips as the band, and then also invites other musicians to come up and play alongside them. Coming up on Saturday, I don't have tickets to this yet, but the Nude Party is going to be playing at the Stateroom. I caught them when they came through here last year, and if you haven't seen them yet, get there. They put on an incredible show with some incredible sets. So, yeah, if you ever see the Nude Party coming through, no, they are not nude on stage. This is just their band name, which, once again, another topic I bring up a lot in these sessions is the absolute crazy weird names of all these bands going around. As previously mentioned, I look forward to finishing out the week with some nice mellow tunes with Morgan Snow's weekly songwriters at Bobby Jr.'s. This, of course, is something that kicks off on Sunday evening. Usually I'm home by about 10 o'clock, which is perfect. And get me ready for the regular work week. Next Tuesday, Tom Hamilton Band will also be at the Stateroom. Something that my wife was able to get tickets. She ended up finding cheap tickets through an app that she's part of now. I'm looking forward to attending this also. Though I've never heard the Tom Hamilton Band directly, I have actually heard Tom Hamilton Band through his playing lead guitar and vocals through Joe Russo's Almost Dead. And this is something that, it'll be a Tuesday night show, but something to nicely break up the week. In addition to Tom Hamilton Band, I see that Riverspell will be opening up for them. I'm not familiar with Riverspell at all, but from what I understand, they are a Colorado-based jam band. Reading up more on them, they've played along with acts like Railroad Earth, The Motet, Dwayne Betts, Mike Dillon, and many others. So, yeah, this is something that I definitely will report back on, and really looking forward to not only the Tom Hamilton Band, but hearing Riverspell for the first time. So, as you can see, spring is here and warming up fast. If you're looking for something to do over the next few days, definitely check out some of these acts, some of these bands. The Hog Wallow always has some great stuff going on, particularly Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights. Always check out Stateroom Presents for things going on at the Commonwealth Room, the Stateroom, and some of the other venues that they represent and book for. And understand that a lot of these local acts, tickets are really not that much. especially for what you get. So get out. If you've got anything going on this weekend, get out, or any weekend. Cabin fever is over. Cabin season's over. Let's get out. Let's go to these shows. Another thing, we have booked our first Carroll Cultural Hall summer concert. We are excited for who we have coming. We will be promoting and giving more information on that coming out here in the few weeks. In addition, we also got our house equipped with permanent trim lighting. Thank you to my sister and my brother-in-law for helping us get this installed on our house. This is going to be something that's going to be fun when we host live concerts and so forth. So, yeah, let us know what you're going to see. Send us some pictures. Give us a recap. Tell us, some of the bands. I don't care if you're here in Utah or if you're on the East Coast or anywhere. Let us know what bands that you're seeing. I definitely am always looking for new music. Our whole crew is looking for new music and any reason to get out and go see shows. And thank you for listening to this week's edition of Sharing a Groove. And I can't say it enough. Please get out and get out there to sharing a groove with everyone around you. Talk to you next week.